is what I use to get framed and stuff, because the screen on my camera is like too small, so I kind of use this. I have a freaking gnarly vent on my, see, I'll show you. See that hole? Well, I guess it doesn't look that bad on camera, but then the fan's in it and that hole in my ceiling. So I always try and get that cropped right out. Yeah, that's the money right there. That's the money right there. And then I was like gonna frame it this way, because like my desk, like I'm always diagonal on my desk. And ideally I would just, because like my desktop's right here, so normally I would just face this way. But I have my bed right here, like this is my bed. And it just looks bad. I don't have anything on that wall except like a mirror. And it just didn't look good. So my curtains are my backdrop. And then I use sorry, I'm all turned around. My light over here, it's by my head. This is reverse. This light, that's my night light. So I move it every time I film from my nightstand to there to like, I don't know, I saw it in a video once, like backlighting is nice. What I really need is a light over here, or, you know, it'd be sick, like one of those neon, like podcaster, like lights they have, it's just like a neon light of their logo or something, and it's like in the background and it always looks cool. I should order the Ears to Hear logo for that wall. That would be sick. How much is that? Neon, custom neon sign. I literally don't need to be doing this right now, but turn my logo into a neon sign, yeah. I mean, but it's got to be $200-$300, I'm thinking. Price on average. Golly. $150 for small, simple. $1,000 for large. Small is like 18 by 24, 50 to 300. Medium, 18 by 24. Yeah, that's about what I need. Yeah, because I wouldn't want it like massive. Medium, 2 to 3.5 feet, 300 to 800. 2 feet by, I mean, that would be cool. See, I'm like getting ahead of myself here. It's going. We're going. We're filming episode 5 tonight. Still have no idea what I'm doing. Hasn't even released yet, the podcast at this point, but you'll be watching this after it has, so kind of confusing. But my whole thing was like, I needed, like 90% of podcasts don't get past episode 3. And I'm like, that's it? Like that's the threshold to beat out like 90% of people who have an idea that they don't see through. We can do 3. And I was like, well, I'll just film in like 1 month. I'll just film 5 and like pre-upload them. So that's what we're doing. I wanted to have it done by the new year, but it's January 4th. So a couple days late. But I mean, again, before it's released, and I knew my release date was going to be this Wednesday, the 7th. So anyway, that's going to be confusing watching this later. But, and I just figure if I'm like ahead of schedule always, I mean, that's the way to be with anything, right? Like if you can just stay always ahead of schedule. I need to start this episode soon, so I'm gonna do that. But so this is my setup. I got my camera literally on an ammo box to get it higher. That ammo box has just been living on my desk for the last month, so doesn't look good, doesn't really make sense to be here, but it's here. And then I like shift my desktop back. My first episode, I just like memorized everything I wanted to talk about, and then I realized like I can just have my Mac here as reference. And like, I mean, that's pretty natural to just like have your notes in front of you. So, I mean, it'd be cool. And like, again, the goal with interviewing people, I'd like to not have something I'm like referencing. It'd be nice to just make it more conversational. But at least for now, especially where this isn't going to like have views, so it like doesn't matter. The goal is just get it done. The goal really, truly in my head mentally is like 100 episodes before this is even like a thing. So I have only inward expectations for the success of this podcast. My success is 100% based off of my own output with this project. So like, I'm not even concerned with subscribers or listeners or comments. at all right now, because like that's just not how these things go. Like these things take time. And I think with anything, if you're just patient and like determined enough, like you just have an unstoppable work ethic, it's kind of inevitable that like things can work out. I really believe that. And so my whole thing is like, well, let me do that then. Like, I can't control whose algorithm this hits. Again, especially when you're starting something, like it's just such a like, oh, and I'm not very good at this and I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm no expert. So like I got to build my muscle of communicating on camera better in like a more professional setting. Convey better thoughts and ideas, better editing, better equipment, which like over time I'll put money into. Right now I'm working with what I have. Very fortunate to have what I do have right now. And yeah, but seriously, like in my head, until I hit 100, I'm going to try not to complain. 100's a lot, I know that. But if I can do one a week, and that might be ambitious, but I don't know. I've studied quite a bit of podcasters the last couple of years, and like some of these guys are cranking out 2-3 episodes a week, man. Again, I know that's their full-time job now. They probably weren't always doing that. But that's still pretty impressive. And I've been doing one a week for the last month. And that's very doable. So my thought process is like 2 years of this, get 104 episodes in, and then I can start getting, putting some frustration towards this idea not reaching people. Because more than anything, it's just this idea, man. I really believe in this. And I'm like not sure of my capability to bring it to fruition, but it's also like, who else? That might sound cocky. I don't mean it like that. I just mean like, I want to do this. I had this idea. So like, who else would do this? You know what I mean? Not like, oh, like if not me, then nobody. No, I'm guaranteed somebody else can do this better than I could. But it's like the passion, hopefully, that I have that'll translate into like, oh, it hopefully did need to be myself. So anyway, you're getting some behind the scenes action on starting a podcast, hopefully a business one day. And yeah, that's actually nice to like warm up for the episode by just yapping a little bit. So this fluorescent light is killer. Little secret that I'm letting you in on, it's so embarrassing, but when I edit this, it's super noticeable. When you're watching this in normal time, you can't see it, but there's an effect that happens with LED lights that aren't film grade, where there's a like black light, like a subtle black and white strobe light effect that's horizontal. So if you were to like scrub really fast on this video, you'd probably see, and it just like comes down. And when I'm editing and I'm scrubbing, I'm like, oh my gosh, this video is ruined. But it's like because of the wavelengths or something, and it's slow enough in real time, the eye doesn't really catch it. I mean, maybe unless you're crazy, but when you speed it up, it's definitely noticeable. So eventually get a film grade light so you don't see that. But again, whatever, bro. We're out here, like I started the video with. So